Hello, you've reached the house of unrecognized talent. Another day, another migraine.
And what could be better than serving up smiles?
Being dead.
Hang in there, Squidward. It's all part of the job.
SpongeBob's gone missing. Can I get some extra salt?
We're all out.
Could you check?
No. Closing time. The happiest time of the day. Why must every 11 minutes of my life be filled with misery? Why? Here, please hit me as hard as you can. You get it! I'm a loser! I lost my job, my home, everything!
Even your paintings?
Nobody would take them, so I had to eat them!
It be like that sometimes.
As I get older, I understand Squidward more and more. It's not just me who recognizes this, but many other individuals realize this too. I don't know if you understand this yet, but life can be a bitch, and no other entity within the Bikini Bottom understands this better than Squidward Q Tentacles. Squidward within the world of SpongeBob SquarePants is a cynical, depressed, self-centered cephalopod who often experiences the harshest things life has to throw at him, oftentimes due to his own hubris. Squidward is oftentimes pitted against SpongeBob, ideology speaking, since SpongeBob is essentially an adult with childlike innocence and Squidward is essentially a regular adult. Their conflicts throughout the series is very entertaining to watch across multiple classic episodes like Pizza Delivery, Club SpongeBob, Squidville, and Employee of the Month. If Squidward existed in real life and wasn't an octopus or squid, he would probably be unrecognizable within the real world. The real world consists of crushed dreams, the soul-crushing nature of working at a fast food joint, annoying neighbors, being broke, and so on and so on. Squidward's life represents the life of many young adults around the world. Losers who likely have fantastic dreams and goals, but don't necessarily have the skills or talent to make those dreams into a reality. With the incredible rise of social media, many young individuals are constantly bombarded with expensive materialistic items like cars and chains, and are shown fabulous lifestyles they don't have. Watching individuals who seemingly have everything you want in life can oftentimes make people angry and jealous, which Squidward demonstrates in the episode Squilliam Returns. Squilliam Fancy Son is pitted as Squidward's rival and is the basic wet dream manifestation of a Generation Z's successful life. Basically get rich and flex it. Squilliam basically has everything Squid Ball wants: fortune, respect, and massive success. Squidward being a cashier at a fast food restaurant understandably lies to increase his social status, because I can assume most people wouldn't proudly declare to people that they're a cashier at a fast food joint. Throughout the episode, Squidward successfully fools Sculliam into thinking he is the owner of a 5-star restaurant, which can be assumed is more socially acceptable and pleasing than being a regular cashier. Many people, especially young adults who are now realizing the harshness life has to bring after graduating high school, are now trying to build a successful life for themselves as they get older. Within this process, the need to flex non-existent luxury lifestyles and money to random people on the internet affects how these young individuals look at life. Squidward, whose life is not the best, tries to alter his perceived image to gain undeserved respect and admiration from a guy who doesn't even care about him. Many individuals within Generation Z do this because they've grown up with social media and the internet and are basically socially pushed into posting grandiose things about their lives online for millions upon millions of people to see. As the episode ends, Squidward basically gets caught in a lie and is mocked for it. Squidward's life provides young kids insight into adulthood from a squid who is constantly torn down by the world. Ian P. Lemon stated it perfectly in his SpongeBob video. He stated, as little kids, we basically saw the world through SpongeBob's eyes, but as we got older, we've grown to understand Squidward more and more. SpongeBob is an adult, but views the world through the lens of a kid. His extroverted personality and childlike nature enables him the opportunity to view his problems in a fun and enthusiastic way. Squidward, on the other hand, is more pessimistic and provides more of a realistic take on adulthood to younger viewers compared to SpongeBob. Both Squidward's and SpongeBob's lives are pretty terrible. They both work dead-end jobs at the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob can't get his boating license. Squidward is a failed musician and artist, and they both get no females. Both of their lives are trash, but the difference between both of them is how they go about dealing with these problems and how their attitude shapes their outlook on life. Squidward pessimism and negativity enable more negative consequences throughout his existence, while SpongeBob deals with his problems with enthusiasm, and the world of the Bikini Bottom rewards him because of it.
Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob since the beginning, OG with you, once said that Squidward is his favorite character of the entire show, which obviously begs the question, who is Squidward's favorite character?
You know, I don't want to be self-serving, but I think Squidward is my favorite. You know, mainly because of his range. He is a frustrated would-be artist and never gets any respect, not appreciation, no good pay, underwater, all that stuff. But he's the sarcastic observer of the world around him. And he goes from that to completely overwhelmed by the world around him and goes apoplectic. So I've got this wonderful range that I can play in. And there's another thing here. A lot of people, awful lot of people, is a familiar story, will say when they were kids, they identified with SpongeBob because he's innocent and playful and childlike. Then when they get to be in their 20s and they see what real adult life is like, they become identifying with Squidward. It's an old story, and it's absolutely true.
I mean, if any character on that show is relatable, at least like to my generation now, it's Squidward. I mean, like you said, yeah, you kind of relate to SpongeBob growing up, but now it's Squidward.
Yeah, he just represents the transition from childhood to adulthood, and what to most people does happen to them. There is disappointment, there is unappreciation, but there's also success too. He's won a couple of times.
You remember, I mean, number one of all time, Band Geeks. So you can remember the few times Squidward does win.
Squidward is this curmudgeon, snotty, aloof, a wannabe artist. In a way, Squidward is the guy I can identify with most because he's a lot like us. He looks at SpongeBob, you know, he is crazy at times, and no one seems to notice except Squidward.
Overall, Squidward's life has been murdered with disappointment, regret, and unenthusiasm, just like a lot of adults throughout the world. The need for respect, admiration, and fame is constantly craved by some adults to bring about a sense of completion and satisfaction, but this oftentimes just brings about embarrassment and discontent to many individuals. While on many occasions Squidward does lose, he on some occasions does win in the end, like in Squidville and Band Geeks. These wins represent and showcase Squidward's happiness, and these wins show Squidward attaining his desired goal within the episode, which can be interpreted as an adult finally gaining some type of reward for their work or deeds. Being an adult can be depressing most of the time, but in some cases growing up offers wins that make up for the depressing times.